Hi, and welcome to Passport. In this edition, we'll take you to Bavaria's world-class villages, Garmisch and Partenkirchen. You'll go up to the mountains and do some Nordic skiing, and we'll show you some evening things that you can do while you're in southern Bavaria. But first, learning to ski is not as difficult as you might think. AFRC offers Learn To courses. Let's start out with some beginning skiers. Your first stop on an AFRC Ski Week vacation is registration. Now, Russell Brown and his wife Allison have never skied before. Also beginning skiers are the Georges, Eric and Cindy. The Wanchala family is here too. David, wife Pia, and daughter Stephanie have all skied before and are taking the Ski Austria week. Next stop is equipment rental. When you go on an AFRC Learn to Ski Week, ask questions. The AFRC staff has the answers.
On the back, we'll alter the pressure that it takes to get the boat to come out vertically at the back.
Bright and early the next morning, it's ski day number 1. And as the morning sun just begins peeking over the Bavarian mountains, you're off. You're headed for a local ski resort where you'll spend all day on top of Bavaria's most beautiful slopes. And as you ascend the final slope, you and your class gather together to meet your instructor. Pia and David are going over the mountain into Austria, so we'll see them later. But you came to learn how to ski, so let's go. Russell, Allison, and Cindy are all in the Learn to Ski class and are taking their first steps on skis.
Well, come on, let's go.
Well, skiing is totally unnatural for the body. I would say it's totally different than our regular movements that we make in a regular life. Our walking, our sitting down, getting up. First of all, we have those long two things attached to our feet, which makes it totally awkward.
Let's take one ski off, and let's try to make a circle, the same one as we did before, on one ski on.
After about 45 minutes of balancing exercises, there are quite a few calories being burned here. Is it what you expected?
Yeah.
It's a little bit tougher. You look like you're breathing a little heavy.
Yeah, it's tiring. It's tiring running around in circles. It's a lot of fun.
Is it cold out here?
No, it's hot, actually, because you're sweating because you're working so much.
It's a little bit tiring for the body. It's, again, a little bit unnatural, but it's very necessary for safe skiing and for further technique, for further lessons.
By now, the students are gliding across the terrain, and it's time to learn how to stop.
The terrain at this stage is really important. The instructor has to choose very, very flat slope, preferably with a counter slope, where they can slow themselves down just by skiing up that little hill on the other side. Without it, some people get so scared that they freak out and give up.
He's teaching us how to stand up on them and how to handle it if we get in trouble. So right now he's teaching us how to stop, so it's pretty important.
After a quick lunch, it's time for a comparatively big hill and lots of new exercises.
Jumping makes them actually stand over the skis in the right place. If they jump leaning back at the same time, they feel that they're losing it. So every once in a while, make corrections. But that's something that really makes them stand good on skis and feel a little safer.
Thanks to Andy, their instructor, and a lot of hard work, these beginning skiers are now swooshing down a small hill, something that a lot of them thought they would never do.
I really enjoy teaching beginners because they progress very fast. It's especially first 2 or 3 days they progress so quickly that it gives instructor a lot of satisfaction. Of course, it's very good to bring people to a totally new environment and introduce them to a totally new sport. And if I can see smiles on their faces, that's my real pleasure.
These students started this morning as ground zero, never having done it, and now they're almost at the end of the day. It's 2:15. How do you guys feel? What have you accomplished so far today?
Quite a bit. Now we can get down the hill without falling.
What do you think?
Getting good on the turning and stopping part.
We haven't broken anything yet, so that's a plus.
Is it kind of difficult?
I don't find it difficult now.
Are you looking forward to the next 4 days?
Oh, yes.
I want to go up there.
Hills.
I want to conquer the mountains now. I'm ready.
We're going to pick this class back up on the 5th day after they've taken a couple of more lessons and a couple of more falls. But right now, let's go to Tom Williams, who's going to show us what these guys are going to eat for dinner.
After a hard day on the slope, satisfying that growling stomach is usually priority 1. Now, if that's the case, then head for Chiemsee's fine dining room. The menu includes items that range from a burger to Maine lobster. And the best part is, you pay in dollars.
In essence, we really try to be an American restaurant. You know, there's all kinds of very fine German and international options for dining around the area. We try to be the American alternative. So we bring our beef in from the States. We bring it in once a month on a prime vendor contract that the Department of the Army negotiated.
Another highlight of your dining experience at AFRC Chiemsee is the unique architecture in the dining room. You almost feel as if you're in a museum. The paintings that hang on the walls are of the people that lived near Lake Chiemsee. The art was commissioned by the National Socialist government back in the 1930s. This painting shows a farmer carrying hay with the Unterberg Mountain in the background. The mountain, according to German legend, is said to hold the spirit of Charlemagne. When the German people are threatened by evil, legend has it that Teutonic knights ride out of the mountain to save the day. Now, let's get back to the food.
The food is excellent. It's a first-class act. It's prepared on an excellent level. It's prompt service, and I can't say enough for it. It's a very excellent facility.
After dinner, you'll probably head back to your room and dream of that perfect day on the slopes. Kevin Dixon shows us one way AFRC takes you there.
Winter in Austria. Just think of this beautiful alpine nation and you'll conjure up images of healthy skiers shooting down mega slopes. Skiing in Austria is more than just a panorama of gorgeous mountain ranges. It means skiing with friends over a variety of terrain and conditions that challenge the best of your abilities. It's all here too. Long runs, short runs, bumps, steep runs, jumps. I suppose you're wondering where all the powder's at. Feast your eyes on Ski Austria. AFRC's Ski Austria activities at Berchtesgaden, Chiemsee, and Garmisch feature different ski areas over the 5 days that you're in the program. A guide takes you to internationally known ski slopes in Austria.
It's just great to come over here and be able to say that you skied in Austria for the good snow.
Well, everyone says that Austria is a great place to ski, and I got the opportunity this year to try it for the first time, so I thought I'd take it.
Skiers should be of a strong intermediate ability to meet the challenge of the Austrian slopes. The program is also available to youths 12 to 15 years old, but when they go on Ski Austria, they must be accompanied by an adult. AFRC's Ski Austria Week is modeled after the 5-day Learn to Ski Week. For those of you who've skied before, but may be a little rusty, there's AFRC's Ski Austria Combo. 2 days of lessons get you warmed up for the fantastic 3 days of Austrian skiing that follows. You get tips on how to ski better and a chance to just get your legs under you before heading out to the steep and deep stuff. But despite the similarities with Learn to Ski Weeks, AFRC's Ski Austria is in a class by itself.
You can never know what it's like. Your blood like winter freezes just like ice. And there's a cold and lonely light that shines from you. You wind up like the wreck you hide behind that mask you use.
In addition to the normal Ski Week benefits like the welcome and farewell dinners and group photo, Ski Austria provides lift tickets, local transportation to the slopes, and savvy guides who take you to the best runs available.
Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid.
Among the all-star list of Austrian ski areas available are Stubai, St. Anton, Steinplatte, Obertauern, and Kaprun, just to name a few. Ski Austria guarantees snow on high-altitude slopes and glaciers throughout Austria's Tyrol and Salzburger land. But again, keep in mind that Ski Austria is for the skier who's through with lessons and is ready to hit challenging runs that intermediate through experienced skiers like. Many of the runs you're guided to are beyond the skills of novice skiers. Join a Ski Austria group and have a great time skiing the Alps of Europe.
If this person had joined a ski club, she may not have had problems learning how to ski. Just about every American community in Europe has a ski club that caters to the needs of skiers from the beginner to the expert. If you're thinking about getting started on skis or just looking for an easy way to get to the slopes, drop in on your next community ski club meeting. They've planned a trip that's just right for you.
It's quite a picture, skiers racing down a mountain, but there's another type of race that goes on in the Alps, and as specialist Hank Heusinkveld tells us, it's teamwork that works between man and beast.
A husky is one of the friendliest dogs you could ever know. They love human companionship, and they love to please us, especially when they do what they're best at, running. The sport of dog sled racing has found a popular niche in Europe. More than 4,000 mushers travel hundreds of miles almost every weekend to compete in races that last till March. Compared to American racing, the Europeans have limited areas to run the dogs. Their equivalent to the infamous Alaskan Iditarod, a grueling 1,100-mile race in rough, icy terrain, is a fraction of that, covering only 140 miles. The dogs themselves are a little different than their North American counterparts.
The main difference is we raise pure-breeded dogs, pure-breeded Siberians, pure-breeded Alaskan Malamute, and in the States or in Canada, they have the big races. They race whatever they think it's the best. So they have a mixture of what's strong, what's good.
There's a special chemistry between mushers and their dogs. Netherlanders Tom van Laar and his wife Sonja started out with 2 friendly pups. Now they have a team of 23. They travel throughout Europe, logging thousands of kilometers of road time. Their huskies are a part of their family, and Tom says in order for the team to work effectively with people, there has to be mutual respect.
You can't let them run under pressure. There must be a very good contact between the musher, the person who's standing on the sled, and the dog. When you hit the dog, you have all kinds of problems. Thus you must do it on a very good contact between dog, Siberian Husky, and musher. Otherwise, your dogs don't like to run for you.
Long hours are spent training for races and just for fun. Dog sled racing is more than just a sport. It's a great hobby you can enjoy with friends. That's it from the Chiemgau area near Chiemsee. Let's take a look now at the sport of Nordic skiing with AFRC's Kevin Dixon.
Skiers looking for an alternative to the hustle and bustle of downhill skiing would be pleased at the laid-back nature of Nordic or cross-country skiing. This original form of skiing is recorded in Scandinavian chronicles over 1,000 years old. Skis were used by Norsemen as a reliable form of transportation over the snow-covered countryside. Although modern alpine or downhill ski techniques developed and improved through the efforts of Austrian pioneers, Nordic skiing remained basically the same. The introduction of Nordic trails revolutionized the ability of skiers to glide along marked and prepared trails throughout any snow-covered countryside. Nordic skiing often appeals to individualists who seek the solitude of the great outdoors, but small groups are also able to share in the Nordic adventure.
Well, I do a lot of volts marching. I like to be outside, and this is just kind of a natural follow-on to it, because it's kind of volts marching on skis with a little more effort, but it's a lot of fun.
AFRC provides instruction for groups of skiers to learn and master the simple but necessary techniques for cross-country motion. After the first days, Nordic skiers easily progress from an awkward waddle to an efficient stride and glide movement that characterizes the experienced cross-country skier. Skiers enjoy the next few days on Nordic excursions of up to 15 kilometers per day. AFRC Nordic Ski Weeks are available at Berchtesgaden, Chiemsee, and Garmisch and offer 5 days instruction, local transportation to and from trails, 2 banquets, group photo, and mementos. Equipment rental is available at all 3 areas, while daily and multi-day Nordic programs are also offered. Once you've learned enough Nordic skills to move along cross-country trails or open terrain comfortably, you'll be able to continue this aerobic ski alternative virtually anywhere there's a bit of snow on the ground.
I'm going to be in the Northeast, so I hope to be able to use what I've learned here to do some Nordic skiing in New England.
If you like solitude and enjoy nature, then Nordic skiing may be just the kind of recreational break you're looking for.
Americans serving in Europe have some of the best winter playgrounds during their off-duty time. Whether it's Germany, Austria, France, or Switzerland, the Alps provide challenging runs and, the best of all, breathtaking scenery. If you're planning an alpine skiing trip, especially outside of Germany, don't forget to bring those important documents: your international driver's license, insurance papers, and valid passport. Take advantage of what Europe has to offer and enjoy the slopes.
Bavaria is renowned for its small villages and quaint people, and there's no place more Bavarian than the twin cities of Garmisch and Partenkirchen. Snuggled in the heart of the Loisach Valley are the sister cities of Garmisch and Partenkirchen. Garmisch is a town with deep Germanic roots, and life centers around the Church of St. Martin. But as you stroll away from the church down the busy streets, you'll notice beautiful frescoes called Luftmalerei. No matter where you go in Garmisch, these paintings adorn almost every building. The craft itself is called Bauernmalerei, or peasant painting, and it's a branch of art with its own guild. The secrets contained in this form of painting are handed down from generation to generation. Notice how even the shadows are painted in, giving the figures an almost lifelike quality. After the 1936 Olympics were held, Garmisch became a tourist center. But there's still a small-town feeling that you can get if you leave the main boulevard and wander down Garmisch's narrow streets. On the outskirts of the city, you're surrounded by mountains, fresh air, and plenty of walking paths. You'll find many of the locals strolling and enjoying the local scenery. On the other side of the valley is Partenkirchen, and while Garmisch is deeply German, Partenkirchen has its roots in the Roman culture. The buildings have a slightly different look, and you'll notice what seems to be a labyrinth of narrow streets twisting their way throughout the city. The sides of the buildings are adorned with lamps and signs that date back to the early 1800s. Now, as the sun sets on Garmisch and Partenkirchen, your day isn't quite over. For one of the friendliest atmospheres around, try the AFRC Hausberg Lodge, where a large fireplace heats up skiers who have spent all day skiing down Bavaria's finest slopes. Or relax at the Alpspitz Wellenbad, where you can surf the open seas in a wave pool, high dive, and much more. If you're on an AFRC Garmisch ski week, this is one of the evening activities that is slated for you. Garmisch is a recreation paradise 24 hours a day. And as Sergeant Tom Williams tells us, AFRC also offers a tennis week.
Skiing isn't the only fancy footwork AFRC offers to winter vacationers. The AFRC Tennis University at Garmisch has an array of year-round tennis programs that can be combined with skiing, or you can take your tennis straight. The programs are geared for the beginner and the expert player.
Beginner can come down here and have just as much fun and enjoy it and increase their skill level as much as a advanced player, because our progressions, again, are based on the ability level they come in with. So a beginner will be learning mostly how to get the ball over the net. That's his first priority, where an advanced player may be working on a specific individual part of his game, such as serve and volley, or maybe hitting inside-out forehand as opposed to an outside-in forehand.
The Tennis University uses a teaching method modeled after Vic Braden's technique, which shows students from the feet up how to properly hit a ball.
We use the Vic Braden technique of introducing strokes to students because it's very simple, and the progressions are very easy.
It starts with the feet and works right up through the body. So the person can identify with the turn, getting the racket back, getting the shoulders turned, and the progressions are very simple. And Vic Braden, of course, does a tremendous job of making it fun. So we try to incorporate that as well into our program, because we feel the atmosphere is conducive for learning if it's a very fun-filled atmosphere.
Another teaching tool the staff incorporates into the program is the video camera. This enables a student to see the good and bad parts of their stroke and makes it easier to correct.
Kept your eyes on the ball, your head was still.
AFRC's indoor tennis facility includes 2 courts and a hitting lane. The courts are made of a granular surface similar to outdoor clay, which causes the ball to slow down. That's good news for beginners.
I expect to learn how to play tennis for a recreational type, just that I know how to do the basics and then improve on my own. Which, for the price we're paying, I think that's great.
Now, with Mom and Dad in the tennis program working on their backhand, you have to wonder, where are the kids?
Right now, they're in the ski week, and they're way up on the Hausberg Mountain. And their instructor is called Anna Banana, and she's great, so I'm confident to be here, and I'm confident to have my kids there. I don't worry.
If you want to play tennis at AFRC Garmisch and don't want to take a tennis week, and the day on the slopes doesn't tire you out, you can reserve court time to loosen up your legs in the evening. The facility stays open till 8 p.m. If you're looking to experience AFRC tennis this winter, the program is being offered at a special rate. 2 people can now enroll in the program for the price of 1, and that special deal is good until spring. Now, with a look at a program for the kids, here's AFRC's Kevin Dixon.
It's a pleasure to plan a family holiday if you know the kids are happy. AFRC specializes in vacation activities that cater to families with youngsters of all ages. Youth activities are designed to provide safe, supervised recreation and attention for children, while adults are free to take advantage of other programs. Adult and youth programs are coordinated so that families are reunited in the evening. Since skiing is the main winter activity in the Bavarian Alps, it's only natural that AFRC teaches youngsters how to ski.
We really run a super ski kids program. First of all, we have great safety equipment. Each child gets a helmet that's been certified. They get special skis that are adapted for children. We do some special things. We tie one of our balloons on the back of each helmet. You can see the kids bobbing around all over the ski slopes. And we have people that are especially trained to impart skills to children. We don't overtax them. We bring them back into the ski room. We show them videos. We have special games for them. And then we go back out to the snow.
AFRC's method of teaching kids to ski is so effective that after only a few days, your wannabe skiers are transformed into tiny ski aces. There's even free time for the kids to ski on their own. And since Berchtesgaden and Garmisch have night skiing, your family can extend its ski day into the evening. For parents with children who aren't ready to tackle the action on the slopes, then sign them up for Just for Kids. This multi-activity program is for youngsters ages 5 through 12. Kids get a chance to do a variety of things that fill their time and satisfy their hunger for play. There's even a Just for Kids night out offered during most ski weeks. The kids are treated to a dinner and a special theme movie. Just for Kids night out is very convenient for those special occasions when mom and dad plan a night out alone. For those with infants at least 6 months old and for those with toddlers, AFRC has child care facilities to take care of your young ones too. To enroll your child, you'll need current proof of immunizations. The Ski Kids program works much like an adult Learn to Ski Week. The 5-day Ski Kids Sports Week is available at all AFRC areas, and it includes your child's instruction, equipment, snacks and lunches, and other amenities. Just for Kids is available as a daily or 5-day program at AFRC.
Now earlier we showed you a beginning class of skiers, and that was day 1. Let's go back to day 5 and see how they're doing. After 5 days of instruction, our class of beginning skiers has come a long way. During this week, they learned how to ride the T-bar up to the top of the mountain and how to glide all the way back down.
Oh, day 5 was the best ever. We went down the steepest hill, and we're getting really good with our turns, so we can just, cut the turn, and it's great. I never thought I could do this the first day. It's wonderful.
I learned how to ski. I can't believe it. I really did. I still need a lot of practice, but, I got the basics down, so we had one of the better instructors, I think. He took time with each one of us, and he knew exactly what we were doing wrong. He knew exactly how to fix it, and he knows what he's doing, so we all learned quite a bit. I feel like you accomplished something, You sleep real good at night, which is great, but I'll need another week's vacation to recover from this.
This group moved really fast. We ended up going 2 T-bars up and one of the intermediate hills. And hopefully this afternoon we'll get to ski down to Austria with the instructor.
Their ski week is almost over, but one final challenge lies ahead, the AFRC ski race. On the final day, all AFRC ski weekers come together and take turns racing down the mountain.
Next one.
I thought I could have done better, but it felt good. I was down low, and they probably looked pretty good. I hope I got a few pictures. I hope my wife took a few. So,
was there some good anticipation there?
Oh, yeah, butterflies all day long. And this morning I got up, I was like, oh, I got a race today, like a professional almost. So, feels good.
Because it's our group against the other beginners, Yes, most definitely. But yet it is a solitary sport. You are there by yourself. Just with the gates. So it is solid, by yourself, but yet it is togetherness because our group is the best.
And the beginning skiers group did score pretty well. Not only is an AFRC ski week inexpensive, but you meet some great people too.
Oh, most definitely. Especially if I'm married, but if I was single, I'd be here.
That's Passport for this month. Thanks for being with us. And if you like the show or have any comments, please write us at Passport, Headquarters AFN, APO 09757. Save yourself a stamp by putting MPS in the upper right-hand corner. See you next month on Passport. To start your AFRC vacation, give them a call at Central Reservations, ETS 440-2860 or 2861, or dial Civilian 08821-750-860 or 750-861, or drop them a line at AFRC Central Reservations, APO 09053.
That's the only way. Shake yourself, your every move you make. So the storm
Passport is a production of the American Forces Network, Europe.